Hello everybody and welcome to the latest in our series of Downtime videos for conductors. It's been absolutely great to receive clips from all over the world, from colleagues, friends, conductors, teachers of conducting, and I'm very grateful for all of the fantastic advice that they've shared already. There's many more to come in the coming days, so please keep checking back on the Conduct It platforms for more top tips. I thought I'd talk a little bit in this video about how we can learn to teach ourselves, how we can self-analyse, how we can work out what our strengths and weaknesses are. Have you ever thought about what it is that goes to make up a successful conductor? Some of these things are very obvious. The more traditional, conventional musical skills are of course vitally important. We need to have a fantastic ear, we need to know our scores really well, we need to have repertoire knowledge, we need to have technique, we need to know how to rehearse an orchestra or an ensemble or a band or a choir as efficiently and effectively as possible. But there's a lot more to it than that. There's a lot of soft skills. Those could include things like languages, the main languages of opera, for example, Italian, German, French, Czech, Russian, English. There's also our leadership skills, our management capabilities. How inspiring are we in rehearsal when we're expecting 85, 90, 100 musicians to go with our vision of what the piece should sound like? Can we talk to an audience before a concert? Can we go for a meeting with somebody who might be thinking of giving us a concert and persuade them that we're the right person for the job? Could we meet with somebody who might have some funding available, somebody who we can persuade to support our project rather than somebody else's? Can we convince an agent or a manager that it would be worth them considering taking us on and helping us with the development of our career? What's our marketing like? What's our online presence? Do we have a decent website, or is it 3 years since we last updated it? Do we have dedicated social media channels for our professional activity, which we regularly share content to and which present us in the best possible light? Remember that if somebody's thinking of giving you a concert, they're probably going to do some research on you, and the first thing they'll do is Google you. So make sure all that stuff is up to date. So just an example there of a bunch of things which go to make up the very complex matrix of skills which lead us to be a successful conductor. So how do we go about monitoring all of that? Well, I suggest that you make a list, write down all those different things, and everybody's list will be different. Depends a little bit on your aspirations, your ambitions, the sort of conducting that you do. But make a list of all the things you think you need to be at least passable at, and then give yourself a grade. Mark each one out of 10, and then see where the weaknesses are, the places where you maybe want to spend a bit of time and attention on getting yourself up to an acceptable level. You could also involve a fellow student or a colleague or a friend in this, perhaps carry out the same exercise for each other so that you get a sense of how others perceive you as well as your own opinions. So that could be something that we spend a bit of time doing, and then something that you just continue to revisit every 3 months or every 6 months. Go back, add to your list, take things away, monitor your latest scores, see what's improved, see what's now maybe fallen behind a little bit, and by doing that you can constantly be working on ways of keeping all those different plates spinning, and all of that will help you a lot with your career development. Now, you might have seen video number 3, I think it was, which was done by Atso Almila, my friend and colleague from Finland, and at the end of his video he very kindly shared a beer with us. Now, there's nothing better than a nice cold beer when you come off stage after a concert, but I think as conductors it's important that we aspire to the finer things in life as well. So I'm going to sign off now, and then I'm going to pop upstairs and do another little clip of a recipe from my favourite cocktail, which is a Negroni, the classic Italian cocktail Negroni, and I hope that will help you to while away the hours in these days and weeks that we have in isolation. Thank you very much. So first of all, we take a glass, a nice round tumbler like this. one ice cube. I like to use a nice big ice cube because it makes the drink nice and cold quickly, and it doesn't melt very fast, so it doesn't dilute the all-important alcohol. The great thing about a Negroni is that it's entirely alcoholic. There's no soft drinks to water it down. So we start with some gin. So we have a decent measure of gin. I'm using Plymouth gin here, which is also very good in a martini. Then Campari. This is all equal amounts. So 1 shot of each of these drinks. Then we have a red vermouth, Martini Rosso or something like that. Any kind of red vermouth works really well. In all those goes together. We can shake around just a little bit, and then we garnish with a little piece of orange. The peel is better than the fruit because it's the oils that come from the skin that give the aromas that we want. So just grating off a piece of orange peel. I'm doing it over the top of the glass so that the oils are released and spray onto the drink. Then just squeeze it around a little bit so that the oil drops on top of the drink. In it goes, and there we are, one Negroni. Cheers.